Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Ready, begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation,
under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Hey Aztecs!
I'm Riley Campfield.
And I'm Victoria Loza, and you're watching ETV.
It is nice to see so many familiar faces on campus.
And a special welcome to all the new freshmen.
Before we begin, let's hear the announcements for this week.
Welcome back, Aztecs. My name's David Holper, and here's this week's announcements. Today on Tuesday, there will be bracelet making at lunch. Wednesday at lunch, there will be Otter Pops for everyone, so definitely take advantage of that. Finally, in the quad on Thursday, there will be a hot dog cookout. Swing by and grab some free hot dogs. Moving on to our upcoming sports events, we have 3 events on Thursday: flag football, football, and volleyball. Women's flag football has their first home game on the turf at 5:30 p.m. Show up and cheer them on. Next, we have men's football playing at Valencia High School. The theme is Neon Nike. Just win it. Show up with some neon or Nike and definitely some Aztec spirit. Finally, women's volleyball is playing at home in the main gym at 6 p.m. Choose your sport and cheer on your fellow Aztecs. And before I go, to anyone that's interested in starting a club, applications are due October 4th. And make sure you have a teacher advisor. That's all the announcements for this week. Have an amazing start of your school year, and back to you in the studio.
Thanks, David.
Hey Riley, can you remember how much the price of gas was 18 years ago?
I don't think so.
Well, let's take a look at how much has changed since then.
Wow, I can't believe the average gas price was $2.31.
You know what else is unbelievable? No school Monday!
Wait, really?
I cannot wait to sleep in.
Wait, but do you know why we don't have school that day?
No.
It's actually Labor Day. Let's see what the history of Labor Day is and why we celebrate it.
Labor Day, a day we all know, but do we truly know its meaning? Labor Day is a government holiday that celebrates the hard work of the American working class. During the late 19th century, labor activists pushed for a holiday to recognize their great achievements for our country. As a result, states began to recognize the first Monday of September as Labor Day. Shortly after that, on June 28, 1894, Congress passed a law stating that Labor Day would be a national holiday. Now Americans tend to spend this holiday at barbecues, parties, and parades. This can all be very meaningful to them. Speaking of meaningful, I went around my workplace asking my coworkers what Labor Day meant to them. Let's go check it out.
What Labor Day means to me is appreciation of the worker, because I've been working since I was 15 years old. And when they told me that I actually get a day off for actually working and get it paid, it was like, yay.
I guess for me, personally, I like to support my country, and I feel like working hard all year, supporting your local economy, your state economy, all year entitles you to a nice, relaxing, peaceful day off.
What does Labor Day mean to you?
It's a day off before the kids go to school.
Sick. That's all from me, Aztecs. Now back to you in the studio.
Here at Esperanza, we show pride in all that we do. But do you know what pride actually is? Here's Maxine Trigg to explain.
How do you show your Aztec pride?
Having fun and supporting my students.
The volleyball games, I'll go to those. I like the football team personally.
Basketball, varsity basketball, every single game I'm there.
Be nice.
Go to the sports games.
I go to the events and help plan them.
By being a good sport on the soccer field.
By being a responsible man.
By being a good student and a good friend.
I show my Aztec pride by wearing my Aztec gear.
Thanks, Maxine, for sharing. Our administration team is truly amazing.
Let's listen to what they have to share.
Hi, welcome back everybody. This is Mr. Giles, your principal. I'm so happy that school is back in. I hope you had a wonderful summer, full of relaxation and fun and just all the things that make you happy. I know I had a great summer and I hope you did too. I just want to say a couple of things. One, I just want to let you know I am here for you. I am available to you if there's questions, concerns, anything that you want to talk about. Do not hesitate to come see me. I'm usually out in the quad at every break and every lunch. So you can just come up and introduce yourself, say hi, and let me know what's on your mind. But I do definitely want to make sure you know that I'm here for you and I'm interested in what you have to say. The second thing, I just want to talk about maybe a slight change for Esperanza this year. Hopefully this won't be a big deal, but we're gonna make a real concerted effort to cut down on the number of tardies that we have been seeing, especially last year. The main reason for that is I can't think of a single business or single anything that doesn't matter if you're not on time. And since one of our goals is to help set you up for success in your life, we want to help by making sure that we build that habit of showing up on time. So please make sure you get into every class on time every day. The cool part is we're going to reward you for doing that. So if you show up on time, wonderful. You're going to get all kinds of like raffle opportunities to get free stuff. We're going to try to make it really fun for those of you that are making that habit of being on time. Obviously, if you're not, there will be some negative consequences, but we're not even going to talk about that because I know you guys are all going to do a phenomenal job of showing up on time. So anyways, this is going to be a great year. I am fired up. I'm looking forward to it. I hope you are too. And have a great year, Aztecs.
Good morning, Aztecs. If I have not had the pleasure of meeting you yet, I am Mr. Miranda, Assistant Principal of Student Services and Discipline for 10th, 11th, and 12th grade. I'm excited to welcome you back for an amazing year ahead. There are a few things to remind you of as we begin the year together that will help you get the most out of your time here at Esperanza. I'd like to begin by letting you know that your safety is our #1 priority. And in order to maintain a safe campus, we'd like to remind you of a few things that you can do to help us along the way. First, we'd like to remind you all to use the bridge whenever you're walking to and from West Campus. We know that initially this can appear to be a challenge for a variety of reasons, including the fact that initially the bridge may appear to be too crowded. However, we'd like to remind you that this is only temporary, and in time, your peers will gauge the amount of time it takes them to cross the bridge to get to where they need to go, and it will be less crowded. Please remember that only students with a bridge pass can use the crosswalk. If you'd like to find out more information on how to get a bridge pass, please stop by the attendance office. Another thing I'd like to remind you about is to remain inbounds at all times. To do so, we encourage all students to make sure to use the designated walkways and stay in student congregation areas. On main campus, these include the main quad, lunch 1, lunch 2, and the blacktop if you're playing a sport. On West Campus, this includes the 3 quad areas. We'd also like to remind you to avoid using any emergency exits to leave campus and instead use the following exits to leave school: the administration building, the main entrance located on the south side of the administration building, and the back gate entrance located next to the tennis courts. Last but not least, I'd like to provide a parking reminder for those of you who drive or will be driving at some point this year. Students who have a valid driving license and a school student parking permit should park in the student parking lot on the south side of main campus. The West Campus parking lot and the parking lot located next to the varsity softball field are staff parking lots, and students are not allowed to park there. For those of you interested in learning how to obtain a parking permit, please visit Ms. Savaya in the finance office to go over the application process. Again, I'd like to welcome all of you back to school and wish you guys all a phenomenal school year. Go Aztecs!
Good morning, Aztecs. If I have not had the pleasure of meeting you yet, I'm Mrs. Swarm, Assistant Principal of Curriculum and Instruction and Discipline for Freshmen. I'm excited to welcome you back for an awesome year ahead. There are a few things to remind you of as we begin our year together that will help you get the most out of your time here at Esperanza. First, a reminder that when you enter a classroom, your cell phone should be silenced and in your backpack. Teachers will let you know if and when you are allowed to have your device out. A cell phone in your pocket or on your desk is a distraction from your learning, and our teachers will consistently expect them to be put away during class time. Next, just a reminder about attendance. If you are absent, please remember to have a parent call to clear your absence. If you know in advance that you will be absent for any reason, please make sure to discuss with your teachers so that if possible, you know what work you might be missing. If you have to leave during the school day, you can clear your absence in advance by sending a note in the morning or having your parent call. This way, we can have a call slip ready for you when it's time for you to leave. Finally, just an announcement about announcements. Every Monday at the start of third period, ETV will have important information as well as community building segments and demonstrations of our Aztec pride. On other days, we will have information coming to you through the speakers in the classroom. Extra time is built into your third period schedule for these announcements, and they often contain important messages, deadlines, and opportunities that you don't want to miss. If you aren't seeing or hearing these announcements, be sure to remind your third period teacher or let us know. We're here to help. Please stop by and introduce yourself to me out in the quad or in the office, and have a great first week, Aztecs.
That's all the time we have for this week.
Make sure to follow us on Instagram,
Twitter,
Facebook,
and YouTube.
This is ETV signing out.
Be safe and stay great, Aztecs.